Hi, my name is Rachel. I am with More for Furry Friends, and I'd like to tell you the story about our first case. We thought we had this. We had each spent years in the animal rescue community, and we were frustrated how hard it was for the general public to obtain help and resources to help their own pets or to help community pets or strays. So we had this idea. We thought we could create an organization that would bridge the gap, help the Good Samaritans find the organizations and the programs that we knew existed to help them and to help animals. So after endless emails and meetings and a lot of paperwork, we were ready. We were going to start our nonprofit, More for Furry Friends. And then we even had our first case. So we were pretty excited. It was our first plea for help. It was somebody who had found us and needed our help, and animals that needed our help, and lives that we could save. It was exactly why we existed. So we had more meetings. We made a plan. We really thought we're going to be smart about this. We know exactly, X, Y, Z. We're going to go do this, this, and this. And then look, we're going to be started. This is going to be great. Our mission was to go survey this property where cats kept being abandoned. The property owner didn't mind the cats living there. They just needed to be spayed and neutered, make sure everybody was healthy. So they stopped having kittens and kind of stopped contributing to that problem. This was literally our dream case. This is what we wanted to do. So we headed off. We were starry-eyed young ladies, fresh-faced and bushy-tailed and just ready to kind of save the world using all of this experience that we had. We had this. Fast forward to a few hours later, and those same ladies sitting around a picnic table at an impromptu board meeting, no longer starry-eyed. We were sweaty and dirty and laughing and probably crying a little bit too, because we were trying to figure out how we just went there to look at cats and see what they needed, and somehow we ended up coming home with 6 cats in carriers at our board meeting. How did it happen? It was like we had blacked out and some aliens had taken over our body or something. So I know I'll never forget what it was like. We pulled up to the house. We walked around the corner. It's this beautiful property, rolling green hills, just really kind of a dream for as far as an outdoor cat. It was far away from the road. It was lovely. And up this green hill, this little tiny golden kitten just comes bounding up the hill. Sun shines behind her. It's it's beautiful. I swear in my head, I heard, the hills are alive. And it was like a little kitten instead of Maria, bouncing up the hill. It was magical. And then just plan went out the window. The second we saw those kittens and we knew they were innocent babies, they were young enough that we could take them and we could, find them homes and they'd be happy and safe. And I just started scooping up kittens. I just left and right. Saw a kitten, scoop it up. Saw a kitten, scoop it up. I had this armful of these little fuzzy kitties. And as I'm doing that, from the other corner of the house, I hear my partner go, Rach, you might want to come look at this. And I'm like, armful of kittens. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound very good. So of course, because I'm a bona fide crazy animal person, I always have cat carriers in my car. So I make sure the kitties are safe in the carriers, and then I go and see what my partner found. And it's this young adult cat. And just half of her face, it was just gone. It was just this big wound. She looked like a zombie cat. She was out of The Walking Dead. Super sweet. They didn't know how it happened or anything like that. But I was like, how are we supposed to just leave that there? We're not. We couldn't. It wasn't in us. We couldn't walk away from that cat. So she came with us too. And all in all, we ended up, with the property owner's permission, we ended up taking 5 8-week-old kittens with us that day and the young adult kitty. We returned a few weeks later and were able to scoop up some more kittens. We weren't a rescue. This was completely out of what our intention was. But you see the need and you fulfill it. That's what we were in our hearts. We knew we could make a difference. We could help. And that's what we did. We ended up healing that kitty with the face. She healed so beautifully and she was the sweetest cat and she found a great home. They all found great homes. And we ended up we were able to help spay and neuter the rest of the cats that were on that property too. So everybody was set. And really mission accomplished. Not quite the way that we had planned it, but mission accomplished. I've always been a sink or swim kind of learner. So this was really, looking back, kind of the perfect way to really not even dip our toes in, but just to jump in and go for it if we were really going to do this. And it was really the day that we also we really bonded our roles and what we were going to do. Because before this, we were just friends with an idea, animal lovers, yes, lots of experience, but we just, a couple of friends with a good idea. And that day it really became real. We really became more for furry friends. And we figured out what our strengths were, what our weaknesses were, how we were going to work together. And we became more than friends. We really became partners in this. It was our calling, and we really came together and realized that we shared this calling and that we were able to help each other work within our community and make a difference, which is exactly what the initial idea was. So it was really kind of magical if you think about it. We were just this baby organization. We had no funding, very little experience actually running a 501c3 nonprofit. We had few resources, but man, we had tons of determination, tons of heart, and tons of commitment. And we were going to get this done. And that's sort of still our motto to this day. The funds aren't always there, but the determination is there. And if there's somebody that needs us, we're going to figure out a way to help them, because that's exactly why we exist. And, we've totally got this.